What's good, guys? Welcome back to another episode of GMG News. We are going to be opening up a wired compact controller by Nacom, which is a official licensed product by PlayStation. So you know when you see that symbol, it means that it's going to be something decent. Now I have other third-party controllers. Another controller that I have is the Ps4 premium wired controller by Geotech, which is this one, which cost me £15. As you can see, the red one looks a lot more higher quality than this one. We actually have an official PlayStation button on here. You probably can't see it because of the light, but on this little black bit here, you actually have all of the X, square, circle and triangle little symbols. And we're going to open this up today. This cost me £25. I got it from Argos. I did have a look in game, and the only other controller they had was actually the upgrade of this, and this one is okay, but I wanted to get something a bit better, and this is a bit bigger. The only thing I would say is the analog sticks look a bit small, but we will just see. So I bought this for £25. There was 5 different versions. There was one in black, one in white, one in blue, one in red, and one in camo. I wanted it in camo. They didn't have it in camo. They had it in no other colours apart from in red. And they said if I wanted it in a different colour, I would either have to go to another store, which I couldn't be bothered to do, or wait until 4 PM and they could store transfer it over to me. But that's just a load of time wasted for me. So I thought, you know what, it's just a controller and it's only a colour, doesn't make a difference. So we got this one instead. So it's wired, so you haven't got the you ain't got to worry about the controller dying at all. Anyways, let's see if we can just zoom into this. So it says the wired compact controller has 2 times vibration motors, LED play status indicator instead of the light bar, touchpad, 3.5mm jack for your headset. Cable length is approximately 3 meters, so that's decent length. The dimension of the width and length and the height is 153 by 50 by 96 millimeters, and the light bar, 6-axis, and speaker functions not included. So without further ado, let's open this bad boy up. This is one thing I really hate, is like getting the little plastic off the sides. Right, I'm gonna go get a knife, bear with me. Plasticky, well, oh sorry, cardboard box, plasticky packaging, so not exactly the best. Oh, I did rather well, to be fair. I didn't even damage the box. I'm getting good. Okay, so Nacom startup guide, Nacom wired compact controller. Tells you all the buttons. Obviously, if you have a PlayStation, you're gonna know what all the buttons are. But yeah, just they have to include that. An advert for their arcade sticks, and this is the controller that everyone bangs on about, the Revolution Unlimited Pro controller. It's supposed to be a really good controller with them back buttons, and it's Bluetooth. Brilliant controller. They obviously have their wireless as metric controller as well. Some other stuff they do, so wired controllers. They did have it in luminous colors like this, the glow in the dark ones when they're transparent, but that obviously wasn't in stock either. And the wired ones, and I've got this red one just here. Yeah, it's just basically an advert for all the different things that they sell, and a QR scan code. which probably goes to their site. An important notice telling you how to actually wrap a cable wire, that you don't wrap it around the controller, you wrap it in the correct way. Huh. Even gave us some stickers as well. So when it comes out, okay, so first thing I'll say about this, it feels very smooth, very glossy. See if I can zoom in and show you guys what is exactly on that controller stick. So if you see on this controller stick here, that is actually the Nacom symbol, and the other is like a textured sort of, I need to steady my hand, a textured sort of grip. Feels quite smooth. I don't know if you can just see on that panel there, like I was saying, with all the symbols. Obviously we have the options and share button. One thing I will say, these buttons are quite big, but I don't think it'd be that much of an issue to use. Now the only thing that I would say about the back here, I know some people like to hear the sound of these. So that's like a robotic sort of press, the L1 and R1. That's more like a smoother sort of paddle feel. So that'll be better for like guns, for like feeling shots. On the back, just Nacom printed and Ps4 compatible, and its serial number. This is what it means, but it's got a little light LED indicator instead of the light bar that you would have by here. So obviously you're not going to be able to use like the playroom with this, but just to be fair, nobody really uses the playroom. Smaller fit. Here we have that 3.5 audio jack that you can plug in. Also it's branded on the USB itself. Is it branded? No, it's not branded there. Feels nice, feels decent. So I think the first thing that we need to do now is to plug this up to my PlayStation and to show you some gameplay, because that is the best way to decide what this is like. And I can't remember what I've got in there. If Crash Team Racing is in there, I'll chuck Crash Team Racing on for a moment and we will play that. So let's see, what do I have in my PlayStation today? I have Crash Team Racing. So and it's on. Right. Let me see. So it's responsive, but I've only pressed the buttons twice. But I think we should just go into a match and maybe play a little bit of gameplay, because that'll be a way of giving us more responsive answer of what this controller is like.
Smashing blast from the past. Fasten your seatbelts for a
Right, so I'm just literally going into any race now. One thing I will say, these parts here, they feel smaller than the average DualShock 4 controller. Maybe because I have a bigger hand.
But as you can see in my hand, it feels quite dainty, quite small. But nevertheless,
let's see what it's like when I play a quick match of, well, I say match, quick race. Shouldn't really have any issues. Okay, so after using that for basically a whole race, I have had no issues with this at all. It fits comfortably into my hand even though it is a slightly smaller controller. My only complaint with this controller would be this little two back buttons here, because I'm not gonna lie, the back of this controller, if you've had a Xbox before or you've had one of them generic controllers before, that feels like an these feel like they're adapted straight from an Xbox. They don't feel like the back buttons of a PlayStation. But all round good controller for the price being £25. I give this an 8 out of 10. The only thing I haven't tested yet is the audio, because you can plug obviously a headset into it. So I'm gonna grab my headphones and plug them in quickly. These are, let me just show you for a second. AKGs, so they're decent headphones. Okay, so it's switched over to them. I'll see what the sound quality is like in my headphones for a second. Yep, loud, responsive, PlayStation. Oh no, you can't use PlayStation app while you're in the game. But yeah, all around decent set of decent controller, decently made. But I'll see you all soon. Thank you for watching my review, and don't forget to subscribe.